everyone, welcome to another episode of Dear Hunter, where I give you advice from a guy's perspective. And this week we're joined with a special guest, my boy Reef. Anyway, this week's episode is all about that moment when you realize whether or not this whole thing's gonna work out. Whoa, he's down! You made it! Brianna Montano asks, where/what is the perfect date? Everyone has a different idea of the perfect first date. Movies make us think that we want some candlelit dinner on the beach overlooking the sun setting behind the water. But that's cliche, and guys don't want that. So to avoid any cringeworthy, awkward, or just plain boring first dates, let's knock out some of the most cliche places to go out and explain why you shouldn't. Number 1, don't go to the movies. The point of a first date is to learn about the other person and determine if you found a match. But you can't do that if cowboys and aliens are having a gun battle 20 feet in front of you. If the movies are your only option though, I suggest you guys see something family friendly. That way you avoid any awkward scenes that might ruin your chance at a second date. The last movie date I went on was to the movie Turbo, and it was a lot of fun without any awkward nudity or violent scenes. Number 2, don't go to that fancy French place. A first date is all about first impressions, but spending $200 on an organic ostrich and some gold gelato is not the right one. Especially because you don't want to judge someone based on their money. Instead, learn about their passions, their family values, and even what they don't like. Plus, there's a good chance we'd rather eat classic barbecue than escargot. Number 3, don't eat barbecue. This actually applies to anywhere where you're almost guaranteed to be a messy eater. And you can go to these places, just make sure to bring a mirror, a toothpick, and some quality jokes about the prime rib that's stuck in your front teeth. And finally, number 4, don't go to his house. He should value your time and want to invest in a potential relationship. So make him chase you, respect you, and earn your trust before ever going to each other's house on a date. The only exception would be like a bubble boy who physically couldn't leave his house without dying, like Jake Gyllenhaal. With those terrible ideas out of the way, let's look at some good first dates that have been successes for myself or guys I know. Number 1, the food fair. I'm referring to anywhere where there's lots of food options, like a farmer's market or a street full of food trucks. This way, you both get what you want and you learn about each other's tastes in the process. Number 2, an ultra cute date is the park. Go outdoors, be fun, and bring sandwiches. It's cheap, exciting, and different. And finally, number 3, go to your favorite restaurant. Pick anywhere that one or both of you are super comfortable with. This way you can delete any unnecessary surprises like bad food or rude waiters. Because believe me, you have plenty else to worry about. This is a first date. And if any of you guys watching would like to be taken out on any of the dates that I've just mentioned, let me know by liking this video. And while guys have traditionally picked where to go on a first date, it's a new century. We have electric cars, YouTube, and women who should feel confident picking the location of a first date. Either way, my man advice on the perfect first date, Brianna, you might have set up the most amazing first date ever. But everything depends on the person you're on that first date with. Thanks, Brianna Montano, for your question. If this episode of Dear Hunter helped you in any way, please share it on Facebook so hopefully we can save more innocent people from awful first dates. If you guys have a question or scenario you'd like advice on, let me know in the comments below or tweet at me with the hashtag DearHunter. Isn't that right, love bug? Isn't that right? I'll see you guys next week. We're gonna go on a first date. As much as we men pretend to avoid our feelings and replace them instead with trucks and fart jokes, honestly, we men have hearts too. And nothing is more crushing than hint hint. I would not only be okay with it happening, I would be so intrigued with a woman who had the confidence to come up to me and start